Most men don't let themselves go because they're lazy. They let themselves go because they're trying to be good men, and it's slowly destroying them from the inside out. If you're a man in your 30s or 40s and you've gained a little bit of weight, you don't quite recognize yourself like you did before, then you're going to want to watch this video. Because if I'm going to tell you the truth, most guys don't get out of shape or lose shape because they're not disciplined enough or they don't have enough motivation. They get out of shape because life happens. Life gets in the way and your circumstances change. And unfortunately, something that I've noticed more and more recently is that a lot of the fitness advice that is out there online is not tailored to people like us, like men in our situation who are struggling, who don't recognize themselves anymore. It's tailored to young bodybuilders, gym bros, and that's the advice that's out there. So I'm out here now trying to polarize and speak differently because I genuinely believe that you do not need to spend 6 days in the week to get 6 days in the week, 6 days in the gym a week to get into really good shape. You do not need to count every single grain of food that you eat. You do not need to do that. You do not need to weigh out every single piece of food every single day. Life is different now, and you need a plan and an approach that helps you adapt to the different lifestyle that you're now living. I'm hoping by the end of this video, you'll be able to have that. So let me break it down. What's different now about life than it was when you were in your 20s? Because what I've realized, and this is particularly true for myself as well, is that when you're in your 20s, life is very different. You might have been in shape in your 20s, but you're not anymore, and you're a little bit unsure why this is fucking happening. When you are in your 20s, you have almost zero responsibilities. You can do whatever you want. You can train at any time that you want. You can go to the gym any given day, whatever day it suits you. You can sit down, you can relax at home without having to stress about other people. You don't have a huge amount of bills. You don't have a huge amount of stuff going on in your life. You probably live at home in your 20s. You literally just have to focus on yourself. As a result of that, your body is under and your nervous system is under very little stress on an everyday basis. So you will recover from everything that you do really, really well. You can go to the gym and you can recover from your workouts, and it'll be really easy for you to recover from your workouts because you don't have super stress going on at home. Now, let's talk about now. What's actually happening in your life right now? If you're in your 30s or in your 40s or above, you probably have a kid or two, like me. You probably have a full-time job. You probably have a partner, someone at home who is relying on you to bring home the bacon, basically. You work crazy hours because you need to make money. It's not because you want to make money now, it's because you need to make money. You're a provider for your family. Your brain never ever gets a chance to switch off. So even when you go to the gym and come home, you don't recover at the same level as you once did because of the amount that you're currently doing. And you're just mentally spent before you even walk in the door. Literally, before you come home from work, before you get home from your workouts, before you do anything, before you even walk in the door, your brain is done. It's overloaded. So when you do sit down to be with your partner, to be with your kids, you can't focus and you're not present in the moment. And this is the problem. This is the thing. I recently became a dad for the first time a little over 6 months ago. And this has been one of the biggest struggles for me that I've been working on quite a lot, is that being present at home. And you cannot be present if you're still trying to do everything that you did when you're in your 20s. A lot of men don't realize this, but we are carrying around a pressure to be a provider. Society has it that way. And as a man, as someone who feels this on a day-to-day basis, I know how hard it is to carry all of that stress. You're showing up every single day for everyone else around you. And it's very easy to forget about yourself sometimes. And you've got all these emotions going on inside your brain, all of these emotions going on behind the scenes, and you have absolutely no idea how to publicize it. You cannot speak to someone about it because you're afraid that they will judge you. You absorb it and it weighs down on you, and it gets more and more and more every day until one day you just burst. You can't hold it in anymore. And something that I've realized from working with hundreds and hundreds of men, and also from being a man myself, is that when a man starts to feel under pressure, he absorbs that pressure and he blames himself for being under pressure. What usually happens is he stops training the way he once trained. He stops eating well. He goes for takeaways because they're an easier option. He sits on his phone in the evening, scrolling through Instagram because it's the only way that he can get away from his everyday life. And I'm not saying that he hates his everyday life, because I've been in this situation and I love my everyday life, but I still need a release. I still need to sit down in the evening and I need to get my brain away from everyday life. And when this becomes a loop and a permanent cycle of happening over and over and over again, you eventually lose your confidence as a result of this. You shrink into a shell of yourself and you stop being able to do the things you know you need to do every day because you don't feel like you're able to do it. What most men need when they're in their 30s and 40s, they don't actually need this fancy shiny object thing. They don't need to wait to be motivated. They just need a routine that actually suits their lifestyle. Because if you're on the go all the time, you cannot, I swear, you cannot be in the gym 6 days a week. No matter how much you think that you need to be there and what your ego tells you, I need to train so much, you can't. You cannot do that. You need to recover from your workouts. It's the whole point of going to the gym. Because if you don't have a bit of a structure, you don't have a routine, then you become reactive to everything. The minute someone says something, it triggers you, you react to that and you shit yourself, basically, for want of a better word. The minute that you go to eat food, it's a reactive thing. So you grab a bar of chocolate out of the press rather than thinking about what you're doing. You start telling yourself you're going to train when you get time, but you're never going to have time because you're so busy. You'd rather prioritize working, you'd rather prioritize your family, and so you should. So you're not structured, you're never going to get to train. And that compounds. You're not going to have confidence in yourself because you're saying you're going to train, but then you never train. As a result, your sleep falls into shit. You can't sleep properly, so then you've got no energy throughout the day. The reason you can't sleep is because your brain doesn't switch off, because when you get into bed, you're thinking about all the stuff you said you were going to do, but then you didn't do it. That is really hard to manage that. And then you say that you're going to start again on Monday. And this is the common loop that I see. You start every single Monday, but then you don't. And then you fucking feel shit about yourself because you didn't start on Monday when you said that you would. So you're reinforcing what your brain thinks is you're thinking that you're useless, and you're not useless. Don't be so hard on yourself. And the funny thing is, it's never just one thing. It's a series of compounding things, one after the other after the other. It's a stacking of stress. Your stress levels get more and more and more every day. And I will put out a video one day where I'm talking about the stress cup and how you can alleviate stress. But stress is the thing that's going to stop you from moving forward. You mightn't even think that you're stressed right now, and you're super fucking stressed without realizing it. So you've got stress going on in the back of your head without even thinking about it. And these are the stuff that you're going to struggle to sleep at night because of. You've got family stress, you've got work stress, you've got financial stress. You're stressing because you're not sleeping properly, and that's stopping you from sleeping. You're noticing your weight is gaining. You're gaining weight, or you're not in the place where you once were. So that's making you stressed about your weight. Most guys do not just get heavy overnight. Most guys do not just not recognize themselves overnight. This happens over years and years and years of stress and being eroded in the background. And the scary thing is, you don't even realize it's happening, my man, until you wake up one morning and you're like, holy fuck, where did that happen? Where did I go so wrong? So here's the truth. I want to give you the thing that's going to fix this for you right now. You do not need to train harder. You do not need to spend hours and hours in the gym every week. And you don't need to give up all of your Sundays prepping meals for the rest of the week. You're going to get it back by rebuilding yourself from the inside out. And this is what I had to do. I've done this several times. Just because you rebuild yourself once doesn't mean you'll never have to rebuild yourself again. I've done this several times over the last couple of months, because I'll be honest, the last couple of months have been some of the hardest months of my life. So step number one, you need to get some structure in your life before you get motivated. Very, very important. You need to create some habits that you can do on a consistent loop without having to think about it. That's when it becomes automatic. So you need to wake up at the same time every single day. You need to go to bed at the same time every day, regardless. And I'm talking Saturdays and Sundays here too. You need to get your steps in every day. You need to give yourself a step target. I recommend starting with 8,000, build your way up. Make sure it happens. Be consistent, show up for yourself. You need to keep your meals really, really simple. 3 to 4 meals a day. That is simply it. And you need to be advanced with that stuff. So I'm not talking hours and hours of meal prep. I'm talking 5 or 10 minutes in the evening, planning what you're going to eat tomorrow. It works. It moves the needle. Trust me. Start with 3 training sessions a week. You don't need more than 3 training sessions a week. I do a push-pull legs program. If you want to see that program, drop me a message on Instagram and I'll send you over the program completely free. Number 2 is you need to decrease your decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is going to be the thing that completely impales you. It's going to completely destroy your progress because you've got too many decisions to make. Before you even make decisions, you've got decisions going on in your head without realizing it. So you need to systemize your meals. You need to eat the same food every day if you can. It's boring. Oh, tough shit. Eat the same food every day. It works. I've had the same breakfast every day for the last 4 years and I love it. I've had the same lunch every day for the last 4 years and I love it. Your dinners can vary, but try and eat the same food every day if you can. It gets rid of the decisions of having to make on what I'm going to get. Go shopping at the same time every week. It sounds ridiculously simple, but actually just go to the shop or else do click and collect in Dunn stores or whatever and just go over and click and collect your food so you don't have to think about going shopping. Sit down for 5 or 10 minutes, plan out what you're getting in the shop, and then go and get it. Training times. Make sure you're training at the same time every week. If you work a 9 to 5 job, it's really easy to get structure and routine. I've recently started working a full-time job where I'm working 9 to 5, and I've got more time because I'm able to get into the gym at the exact same time every day. And it stops me from eating shit in the press during the week. Have a morning routine. Wake up at the same time every day. Get your breakfast at the same time every day. Get started. Get ready to go for the day, whatever that may be. Do some deep breathing. Get yourself in a place where you're ready to operate. And have a nighttime routine. Turn your phone off before 8 o'clock in the evening. Start winding down. If that means sitting on the couch with your partner watching telly, so be it. But just be present in the moment and just allow yourself to wind down. Don't use your phone when you get into bed because it's going to completely open up a new world of problems for you. And the real work that you'll do, number 3, is you have to rebuild yourself. You have to completely change your identity. If you don't stop seeing yourself as someone who just keeps struggling, who's waiting for motivation, then you're not going to be able to make progress. You need to be the guy who knows that you're capable of doing it. So, for instance, if I said, this is just an example, if I said to my brother's a bodybuilder, if I said to him, what do you do? He would say, I'm a bodybuilder. He identifies as a bodybuilder, so he trains as a bodybuilder. He eats as a bodybuilder. He identifies as a bodybuilder, as someone who is a bodybuilder. If I said to you, who are you? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? Would you tell me that you're someone who wants to be in shape? You probably would. But would you also tell me that you show up as someone who's in shape? Someone who's in shape trains 3 days a week every week. Someone who is in shape says no to certain nights out. Someone who's in shape is able to make good decisions with their nutrition. So are you showing up as that person? Do you actually identify as that person, or you just like the idea of it? Because when you find this structure, when you find this identity, and when you're able to rewire your brain and your mind to allow you to actually make the result happen, this is where the real change will come. So it sounds really simple, but I know you're in a hard place right now, my man. I've been there myself. I'm currently there with you. I'm in the trenches. I know how it feels to be a man. We are carrying so much that most people don't ever understand. And it's very hard to explain what goes on in the head of a man. Start small. We need to rebuild yourself from the inside out. Do not put too much emphasis on what you do on a day-to-day basis. You just need to really change the small things to improve the big things. If you're in a hard place right now, I am here with you, my man. Please do not be afraid to reach out and ask for help. If you need to speak to someone, please do. Please reach out. My DMs are always open on Instagram. If you are a man who's feeling a little bit shitty at the moment, who wants to make progress, I have a shit ton of free courses that I can help you get started on your journey. If you're interested in that, just click the link in my description. That will bring you to my school community. That's going to allow you to join the community full of other guys who are in the exact same position that you're in. And it's going to allow you to work through all the course material completely free so that you're able to move the needle in the right direction. For now, I really thank you for listening along. Don't forget to subscribe, follow along for more videos like this. And I'll speak to you all very, very soon. All the best.